Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video we have some fantastic updates from PMDG covering their hotly anticipated 777, including a couple of screenshots too, mind you, as well as some more EFB features for their 737 and Xbox support as well. Additionally, we also have some more previews regarding Bluebird's Boeing 757 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, as well as some substantial updates coming to Just Flight's 146 Professional. Now, before jumping into the show, some housekeeping items to get out of the way. Firstly, the background footage is a 777, but it's the Captain Sim 777, not the PMDG. I'm just using it as footage to keep the content thematically relevant in case any of you guys start commenting down in the sort of comment section below. And number two, if you're ardent fans of the channel and aviation in general, I'm sure you love the other two channels we've just launched alongside this one, FlyBy Expeditions and FlyBy Investigations. More details are in the description as to what's going to be covered on these channels, but your support on them in these early stages would mean the world to me. Anyways, with that out of the way, a quick note from our video sponsor before getting into the meat of things. Now, long-term viewers of the channel might know that I'm not much of a bush pilot or GA aircraft flyer. I love flying large airliners, but there's always that lingering feeling about how my flight is doing, whether it's all peaceful or if I'm in an uncontrolled nosedive about to kill all of my passengers. Well, with today's sponsor, Asun Remote, you don't have to worry anymore. Asun is a free-to-download application software from macOS, Windows, and Android that allows you to remotely control your PC using your phone. As can be seen here, I can monitor my flight, control the cameras, and even move things around as needed without having to be anywhere near my monitor. So log on to the link in the description section of the video to see all of their expanded payment plans, including a pluggable device that can wake up your PC remotely. Once again, that's Asun Remote, and you can find out more by clicking on the link in the description section of the video. Starting off then, in the PMDG camp, this week the team has had a tranche of small but important news on a couple of topics, including the 737 Xbox compatibility, as well as of course the 777, so let's dive right in. Starting off with the tablet or Universal Flight Tablet UFT for the 737 on PC, the tablet dev team has begun moving some of the new features that have been in testing on the 777 backward into the 737 as well now. Items that have traditionally appeared in PMDG's FMS as options and settings and game controls are now making an appearance in the tablet using a graphical interface for those users, and as this implementation accelerates, they will now look to include everything into the tablet as well. Now, though the exact timeline of when all of this will come to us is a little fuzzy, PMDG does believe it will be implemented by February, so that's honestly pretty quick, and hopefully they can maintain that timeline. As for the 737 on Xbox, the team has been going back and forth with Asobo trying to reconcile the communications features needed for the tablet and FMC interface to work on Xbox, and they've finally heard back from them. The good news is that the problem has also been resolved, and PMDG have pushed out a follow-up to Asobo in this regard, and as soon as more is known, an update should be pushed out to Xbox users with the tablet. So once again, that's not too far either, but once again, the details are a little fuzzy. We here at FlyBy Simulations will be sure to keep you guys updated. That being said, PMDG does say they want to stress that this fix hasn't yet been tested properly for Xbox users, so they'll need some time to make sure it's all good to go on actual hardware instead of using an emulator, for example, before pushing it out to everyone on the console. Another point of contention for Xbox users are, of course, the paid liveries on the marketplace, whereas everybody on PC gets them for free. PMDG assures us that they're evaluating a long-term strategy to expand the number of liveries available to their Xbox customers across the entire PMDG product spectrum. There are a wide range of legal and technical questions that have to be evaluated and correctly answered in this regard, but the team's goal is to improve their ability to widen what is available for Xbox users as they move into the post-777 release phase, which will hopefully happen relatively soon. So as much as many might be speculating that PMDG doesn't even care about their customers on Xbox, which, mind you, could be a valid criticism, but PMDG are assuring us that they are trying to have a clear-eyed understanding as of what the future looks like for livery distribution, at least in both Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 as well as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 before committing resources to the task. So we'll see what happens in that regard soon enough. Finally, on the PMDG front then, let's talk about the hotly anticipated 777. The team says they are in a transitional phase of beta testing, where their ability to resolve items is nearly equally matched by their beta team's insistence in finding new items to report, which is awesome to see. Since commencing testing 6 weeks ago, PMDG's in-house beta testing team has opened 541 new bug reports, while having resolved 432 of them, which is honestly, again, fantastic. Now, you might be wondering why all of this data is important in the first place. Well, the team can see the complexity of said bugs to identify a potential public release schedule for us, the final customers, as a result of all of this data. Eventually, this bug reporting will move from I did X and the airplane did Y when it should have done Z, towards reporting more aspirational things, such as, would it be possible to add this feature, or has anyone considered doing this? That's how the team will know that, okay, the product is pretty much functioning as well as expected, and anything extra will just be that. Extra, so they can begin to come up with an exact release date and figure out exactly what will be in the release to market version of the 777 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So all of this to be said, bugs are being squashed, aspirational features are being looked at, and we should be getting a release to market version release date for Microsoft Flight Simulator for the 777 rather soon. Last week, the team spent some time doing a follow-up comparison survey with a real 777 to compare their results with the actual airplane and to collect some finishing touches to really make the 777 stand out for accuracy and quality. One of the things the team did during that visit was give close attention to the many hatches, antennas, probes, and fittings, as Microsoft Flight Simulator actually allows them to get into far greater detail levels than has been possible previously in FSX and P3D, of course. There are also some key pre-flight checkpoints on the 777 that PMDG wanted to be sure were modeled correctly and included in the product for those who like to spend time on the ramp prepping their flight, and this has led to some changes to various fine outside details. Now, we've once again been provided with two rather obscure 777 screenshots from an outside perspective. The team has been working hard on brake energy tuning, which required continually overheating the brakes to make them fail. Now, this is where the inner geek in me really begins to get excited, to be honest, even though I know a lot of you might not care about such details and just want the aircraft in the sim. The team has been tuning the temperature response of the carbon brakes to match the engineering data provided to them by one of their industry partners, while also attempting to match the telltale glow of the brakes to the accumulated energy and resulting temperature. The TLDR version here is that the brakes will actually glow based on the surface conditions, the ambient temperature, and of course the overheated nature of the landing gear itself, which are all awesome details to include in a plane that will most definitely cost quite a bit of money in flight simulation add-on terms. Once again, all of this is still a work in progress so that it more closely matches the actual color your eye would see if you happen to be standing near these tires while they're overheated. Once again, do most people really care about this stuff? Probably not, but for those that do, PMDG is not letting up with these finer details. Also implemented this week were some interesting features of the alternate gear extension process that really require video to demonstrate, and the main gear steering actuators and their associated control logic. As mentioned in this video I uploaded a couple days ago, the team will be providing more video previews as we approach the release of the plane, and we'll be dissecting all of it on this channel. So once again, if you guys haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so, as you don't want to miss out on that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of today's video. Tell me if you guys are excited about the PMDG 777, the 737, and of course the Xbox support that the team plans to bring to us in the near future. If you guys enjoyed, please do let me know down in the comment section below how much and what else you'd like to see on the channel. Give the video a like. Once again, subscribe to the channel. And with that all said, thanks for watching and thanks for flying by.